Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Random Rant Roundtable. With me is Gorilla and Sci-Fi Dan. How you guys doing?
Oh, still
Oh,
not
I'm
kicking that
so
idiot.
so ready to start my drunkcation.
And to start us off, Gorilla has a joke from the president. Good. Go ahead and play, Gorilla.
Oh shit.
The turkeys being pardoned today go by the names of Gobble and Waddle. When I saw their pictures, I thought we should send them, I shouldn't say this. I was going to call them Chuck and Nancy. But then I realized I wouldn't be pardoning them. I would never pardon those two people. I wouldn't pardon them. I wouldn't care what Melania told me. Darling, it would be a nice thing to do. I won't do it, darling.
Yeah. But we did just get some breaking news in though. A federal judge has overturned Trump's pardons, and the turkeys have sent off to the Butterball factory.
Those poor turkeys. Set up for a nice life, and then Democrat revenge has to come and bite them in the ass.
And speaking of some other semi-political news, this is on a more serious note. What I hear through the news cycle right now, sources, two National Guards were sadly unalived by some act of terror or freak accident.
No, it was an act of terrorism by an Afghani national, and these fucking libtards didn't even wait till the bodies hit the pavement when they're already blaming Trump for it.
Yeah,
really shocked
it kind of reinforces his point that we need the National Guard in these places to clear out these not so decent people. I would rather say so much your language, but YouTube is still watching the first 5 minutes.
Oh, is it 5 minutes? Is that why I kept getting demonetized every time I played my Alex Jones clip?
Yeah, it's best to wait 5 minutes before you do anything too controversial.
Yeah. Oh, shit. So we'll just sit here, twiddle our thumbs until we hit 5 minutes.
We got a minute and a half before we can say the real good stuff, people.
Yeah.
So, what news have you gotten on the Star Trek front?
They are pressing hard for the new movie with the new cast, and if you believe some rumors online, which apparently a lot of people are, Kurtzman is out by the new year.
We can only hope, but Kurtzman is only the symptom. The question is, what else can the company clear up the infection that Kirk left behind?
Yeah, I'm not 100% sold because of the sourcing on this. Because apparently the big news of Kurtzman being out, it's from someone that people like, that he's sourcing it off of a place that Teague and I have confirmed is basically clickbaiting everybody.
Probably like how G clickbaited everybody on when The Force Awakens, or not. No, not The Force
Matrix.
Awakens. The Last Jedi came out. No.
Like that.
Yeah, when he did a live stream, said Luke who's back.
Yeah.
And ruined the whole Last Jedi for him.
Hello, the Drew.
Hello, the Drew. Thanks for stopping by.
Hey, Drew, how's it going? You know, I do not like this new @ symbol thing that they got going on YouTube there. Just for the plain and simple fact is, I can't troll people with my secondary account by changing it to weird freaking names, or I can't change my channel name to something weird weird there. Like when I got called Ham Hand, so I changed my channel name to Gorilla Ham Hand's Thoughts, and shit. Or I got secondary account, or who was it that had a thing that said don't be a Karen or I can't remember what the male equivalent was. So I changed my YouTube channel to that secondary account to that, and said, what did I ever do to him? There might have been Sci-Fi Mommy. I did that too. Oh, Richard, don't be a Karen.
Yeah, but you got an earful for that.
No, not really. I think she brushed it off. Or like yeah. I think I have it set right now to like Lee Key Rear.
Okay, we got another beep. I can get back to that page. Oh my God! Cover that up.
Hey, put it away. Put it away. Put the dick away. Don't pull a Danny now. Don't pull a Danny now. Hey, so I see you finally got done panhandling on the corner.
Yeah, I filled the paper cup up with quarters, and now I can go buy Christmas gifts for my family. A bottle of Ripple for everybody. $1.09 gets you a bottle of wine, right?
No, just give him the cheap Boone's Farm.
What? I have to urge everyone. It's debuting. I think Black Friday should be the day. I'm going to do a very special video is coming out exposing the communist grift inside the movie It's a Wonderful Life, which is just lies straight from the pit of hell about communist propaganda.
Yeah, I knew there was a reason I didn't like that movie.
Think about it, Germ. In the dream world, where they actually have to live in reality and don't have crony capitalism backing them for houses they can't afford, and remember, he's only selling houses to the right people, so that's 25 years right there. Then crony capitalism, 25 more years, and then running an entire town on $140,000 in today's money reserve, like $60,000 in today's money, and he owns like a third of a small city. Sounds a little irresponsible, inflation aside. Yeah, no, that movie's about communism.
Hey, we got positive Candor here. Hey, Candor, long time no see.
Hello,
Hey.
sir.
Hey, how's it going? Hey, positive, how's it going?
Banks now have like very little money on hand, anyways. Yeah, they don't have money on hand, but the situation Teague is describing is
They bankrupted
FDIC violation.
They bankrupted an entire city by losing $8,000. I mean, I could handle that debt. It would take a couple of years, but I could pay off that debt. They were all going to jail, and they bankrupted an entire fucking town with an $8,000 mistake because they let a drunk guy walk around with their entire cash reserve. Maybe it's a warning about the evils of capitalism. In It's a Wonderful Life, it's $8,000 is what changes everything on them.
Go for it, girl.
Jesus Christ, eight fucking grand. I could get a 5-year loan for that and have it paid off.
Yeah, they were all going to jail until they'd be getting out now. It was like, I think when I did the inflation thing, it was like $170,000 in today's money. But the thing was, they own like hundreds of houses, like the mortgages on hundreds of houses. No one had the money to pay their mortgage. They just looked the other way. But, I would also point out the entire cast of the movie is white, except that one black lady who shows up at the end and says, "You gave me a house too." Yeah, sure he did.
Yeah.
Yeah, no wonder he wanted to take a dip into sub-freezing river.
He gives his drunk uncle a job. His drunk uncle throws away all the money in the world. And he goes home and, he just wants to like yell at his family and get it out of his system. And what do? They call him a monster for it. And he goes out and gets drunk. And then he doubles his money. He gets all the money from the people in the town, plus Sam Wainwright gives him all the money that he lost. So he throws away $8,000 and comes out with 16.
Well, I'll take it that you probably know how to use the river in your certain business to
It's
very
the same
close
river.
friends.
It's funny. It's the same river. The movie takes place in New York.
Yeah, houses were way cheaper back then compared to how much you were earning.
No, I mean you're absolutely right, but we're talking like, let's think about this. A suburban house on Long Island in a mundane neighborhood takes a lifetime to pay off. You now need the 50-year mortgage, and it's like, at the end of the day, it's $1 million. So rewind, he had $600 million worth of houses that he had to hold the note for, and he's doing it with like 170 grand in today's money. It was fraud.
Yeah. No, but that 50-year mortgage thing is not nearly as bad as everybody thinks. Is it bad that they have decided they need to offer that? Yes, but if you think about it, the first like 10 years that you're paying your mortgage, you're just paying off the fucking interest to it. Hardly any of it's going towards principal.
Just pay the interest for your whole life, and then have your kids pay off the principal.
No, can I finish? So if you go, you say that couple hundred bucks there, but say if you put an extra 50 or $100 on top of what they say the claim the payment is, every month, then you would actually be paying off the principal a lot faster, and you can actually drastically reduce the amount you would owe them.
Yeah, I got a 50-year mortgage too. It's called. I got a 50-year mortgage too. It's called the lease on my fucking apartment. But what's the deal? That in year 50, it'll be a 50-year-old loan, and you'll just be like, take back the recycling and pay the mortgage, honey. So you're gonna lose your house with no principal put into it. Your kids are gonna get nothing, and you're gonna, you're just get an apartment. A 50-year mortgage. They have 100-year mortgages in Japan. I guess those are twice as good. And by the way, Germ, I'm sorry to tell you this, but is her name Caroline Levine, the spokesperson for the president? She confirmed that he did call the woman piggy and said that she deserved it, and that everyone was very, very lucky that he was honest about it. So he did say it, according to Caroline Levitt.
Well, those fake news reports probably called Trump worse behind his back or inside the press.
That's
room.
what she said. She said that they were all liars and losers and fake news, and they deserve to be called that all the time, and they should just be happy he's honest with them, and that they had no gratitude. So I guess he didn't really get all his people on the same page when he put out that story, but I was glad to hear him strongly endorse that he said it, because we all knew he did. He was tired of the joking around.
Hey, T. Yeah, to be all honest, they are all a bunch of fucking pigs. They may not look it physically, but the way they fucking handle the fucking news, they are a bunch of pigs.
No, I'm sick of Trump's people like undercutting him. He called someone a fucking piece of shit, and they're like, no, he didn't. He called them, he called them Peggy. No, he called them Piggy, and he's really, really proud of it. Why are they undercutting this man? He wants to deal with the press the way he wants to, and they're just ruining everything like they ruined his shutdown of the government. We don't need to pay anybody. Planes are still flying. Show me the plane crash that happened during the shutdown.
Drew does bring up a good point about the 50-year mortgage. The dollar will collapse between now and then, and
yeah, you're probably right.
Getting a better deal.
But that's basically the idea, yeah. Or, thankfully, I guess the president has decided not to engage in deflation, which he promised us. But, we were promised for 3 years deflation, and it hasn't happened.
Every president, thinks they can get to deflation, but
I have never heard anyone say prices would go down. They said they would stop going up.
The
only one who ever promised that prices would go down. Everyone else said they would stop going up.
It spooks the stock market and basically everyone in the economy. because deflation is what caused the Great Depression, and even
And
almost
also the
100 years
recession
later,
of the
they are kind of paranoid about it.
It's also when the value of money massively changed. We had deflation again in the early 70s under the Nixon administration. He was a terrible person who wanted no one to have handguns, but he had this crazy monetary policy that was destroying the economy so badly that the fact that he had pulled several grand larcenies was held against him. Like, he wasn't president, and even though he said when the president does it, it's legal, they didn't buy that, and they threw him out of office because, believe it or not, when my grandfather bought his 1972 Dodge Dart, I found the sticker price inside the glove box. Guess how much a brand new car with mid-tier with full options was in 1972? Brand new.
About $2,300.
I will say
You
this.
you nailed it. It was $1,900 with everything.
I will say this: since inflation and money's getting more and more worthless, where's our $1,000 bill or $10,000 bill?
Hey, Drew, our gas over here is down 70 cents. Well, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's in certain areas, probably.
Yeah, because our gas here, there was sitting around 290. They're in Iowa.
Yeah, but you're in the
time, and I just paid for 234.
Yeah, but like up the gut of the Mississippi River is like kind of a unicorn in America for the prices of things, especially gas, because you're directly upriver from the refineries. You are closer to the gas than the people who live near where the oil gets drilled.
And there's that whole thing about gas tax. Teague, you and I pay the most gas tax in the country.
Not me. I take the subway.
Yes, my gas went down. It's been going down. They're even dropped again today.
I think it's regional, bro. Remember,
It's
you also have
regional.
You also have Canadian refineries. You are just refinery central. The people who live near the oil pay the most. It goes from Alaska to Louisiana, back to Alaska. There's no refineries near the oil. They transport that shit 3 times with fossil fuel before they sell it to anybody.
There's all kinds of refineries down in Texas, and we got one up there in
right, yeah, Louisiana. But Texas would be at the end of the Mississippi, right? You guys finally have one there, or is it?
We've had one here since 1968.
All right, so it's due. Only about as old as the Vikings, but it's not really at capacity. If most of because like 85% of our oil refinement is in the Mississippi Delta. Like Louisiana has more refining than anyone else.
It's because it was set up for Gulf oil.
Yeah. The only refineries we have that are actually within 100 miles of me are all ethanol plants.
That'll still probably help you out. I mean, I'm not a genius on this one. In fact, I only found out that when it comes out of the ground, it's already oil. It's just called crude.
Well, the thing is, it starts with oil. Then
we got not to interrupt you, but we have disruption coming in.
What do you mean?
Oh, hello, Pickles.
Hey, Pickles.
Hey, Pickles.
Yeah.
Is Pickles on his phone, or is he? Does he have his headset on to try to tone down his voice a little bit?
Huh? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Hey guys. Good evening.
He's tired. It sounds like.
LDG,
No.
I called Uber
He's
Eats and they
getting
told
the
me because
song.
I'm friends with you, I can't have a delivery.
Well, fuck them. They're assholes anyway.
Oh. Well, Germ, tell me, do you have the indie music ready for LDG?
Oh, it's right here. I'm just waiting
What's
to hear
that?
that big yawn. And then he's getting this.
It's weird. I can kind of understand it.
Well, I will say this. If you want to talk about refineries here in my state of Commie, California, man, my government is cutting out our refineries constantly, and now we have to import our gas mainly from Texas and other red states. Joy.
Well, you know why California's gas is so expensive is because your state requires a special fucking blend.
Oh yeah, you get your special blends, special what do you call it? Special emissions on your car, and also what do you call it? There's some other shit going on with them too. You're right. They have a huge gas tax. They might have like just behind me and Germ. Germ and I think, lead the nation.
Yeah, Washington has they just passed the extra 54 cents, and now it's tied to inflation.
That sucks.
fucking
You, Governor.
I'm the only one old enough here to remember this, but I do remember before, like, they cleaned up the gasoline, took the lead out, changed the way gas, like internal combustion engines outright work, and they didn't run as rich. We probably doubled the amount of time we have left with the gas, you know what I mean, because of the efficiency. But I remember when you couldn't see in New York City and shit like that because of the smog. I remember almost no visibility days.
That was a nice little upgrade.
Well, I mean, the only thing that was cool was that we were dissolving Canada with the acid rain, but then we stopped.
The fuck you talking about?
Don't worry.
Before the catalytic converter, there was a smog problem because every car ran on unleaded gas with like different kind of. They changed the way the emission system works.
How the fuck are we doing it?
What do you mean we?
You said we were fucking causing Canada to fucking have acid rain.
Because the source of the acid in the rain was the factories in Detroit, and they proved it.
So Detroit was causing all the acid rain in the entire.
No. If you're upwind,
I'm trying to understand your joke. I'm trying.
It's not a joke. It's the truth. There was a whole look from New York to like where Germ lives, through the Great Lakes region, across the northern part of this country, from Buffalo to Detroit to Chicago to Washington State. There are major industrial cities with lots and lots of industry. They like were able to produce enough bad chemicals that when it rained, it would mix with that shit. And, you know, the wind in America blows south to north. So it was blowing up over Canada, and they were whining and complaining that we were killing off their forests. And as proof, they showed us all these hundreds of miles of dead forests and lakes that went away and reversed themselves when we changed how the cars work, but I think it's a coincidence. They also stuff like cap and trade, scrubbers in factories. Emissions are still not great, but like compared to what it was, like there was a series of laws in the early 70s that slowly started taking effect in the 80s. You guys did not see the kind of stuff that I saw as far as pollution.
Yeah, the smog was a good thing to get rid of. Everything else, who really cares?
We probably did go a bit too far in a few places, but, you know, people were, like, having years shaved off their lives. It was like living in hell. You couldn't open your eyes. It was awful sometimes. And L.A., forget it. The reason they did it was because if you look at what Beijing has, we had that. It was like living in Los Angeles was like smoking 4 packs of smokes a day.
Oh, so they had the Rod Sterling effect.
Yes.
Except with evidence.
I think lung cancer at, 56? Pretty good evidence.
The weird thing we have no evidence for is secondhand smoke. They've never been able to replicate that experiment, even though I don't think anyone doubts it.
Well, it's very simple. You come up with everybody should be wearing masks in the first place.
I don't know. My uncle smoked for 25 years, and I was around him all the time. My lungs are perfectly healthy.
I think we
surprised
should
that's
all
one
just
thing
go
that
with what.
Americans don't have. I'm surprised nobody came out with them. Like, I don't know why masks have not become like an everyday thing for people.
Because we
fuck
are not
those goddamn
Chinese.
ass.
The Chinese people still wear them on the
Oh, think
train, but
about
they
it,
were
like,
wearing them
you put in-
before and they're wearing them now. There's a few people. I would say like 5% of people overall still mask up a little bit.
I mean,
At
for
certain,
God's
on
And
certain
those people
I
are
occasions.
can puff on a
psycho.
cigarette. I can.
No,
puff
you
on a
know what?
cigarette for
Honestly,
50
like,
years,
it's such a
not have
low
a
number.
problem.
It's insane.
But
It's such a
you
low
can't put your
number.
mouth to the back of a
Chinese people.
car and die in seconds.
Well,
Well,
the
it doesn't
Chinese
really
like
make
the masks.
sense. Yeah, they love the mask.
They're
but
acculturated
I
to
see
them.
them. I see them freaking smoking under them. They'll just pull down the mask a little bit, and they'll be puffing away on a cigarette.
Oh yeah, no, I mean they're totally what Landman talks about. Well,
Oh,
I'll
it's
see a
another thing, too.
95-year-old
Why can't you
Papa
make a
San
non-lethal
smoking a
cigarette?
Chesterfield. They did.
We should have a
They're
They're
non-lethal
getting
cigarette.
closer. They're getting closer.
Closer
Less
my
lethal
ass. They should
cigarettes.
already fucking have it.
It's called vaping.
I
No,
will
it's
say-
not called vaping.
You can
I will
dry
say-
herb vape tobacco with no lung damage. It's called vaping. You just don't want
Yes,
to
but then they make the juice that has the fucking carcinogens in
do
them.
it. You're talking about liquid vaping. I'm talking about dry herb vaping. You take the tobacco, you pack it into something like a Pax
let's clarify.
vaporizer. Yeah. No, I did clarify it. I said exactly what it was.
You said vaping. You didn't say dry
said-
vaping.
I said that first. All right, now I'll say it again. It's dry herb vaping.
All right. Well, then why don't we fucking have that shit out? Why can't some
Did
idiot?
we do
dollars
for
on doing
15
that?
years?
And why don't we have it then?
You decided not to buy it?
No. What's the problem?
Go online and look at a Pax. Go online and look at a Plenty vaporizer or a Mighty. You can pack them with tobacco. Yeah, no, the masks won't stop the cigarette smoke. Although, I guess if you were in a room filled with it and you had like the N95, there would be a modest amount of benefit because of the particulate matter. But yeah, no way. It's not going to stop it. The mask will be gross as shit, though. When we had the bad forest fire, I had masks left over from when you had to have one to leave the house.
You only
And
need one outside, though. You don't need one when you're inside a building. The second you walk inside a building, the building should have the filterization for that shit. So you don't have to wear masks everywhere, just when you're outside.
Well,
I'm
in
not
most of
gonna
the
touch that
country,
one.
unlike Florida, we open our windows from time to time
That's
because
fine.
we're
but
not
even if
drowning
you
in
open-
humidity.
Even if you open your window, like an office building should be like a goddamn submarine. So if you're in a different room, as long as you have your door shut, yeah, okay, you can open up your window, but you're not subjecting everybody else to that shit.
I don't know if you know how windows work, but it's a big gaping hole to the outside.
Yes, which, like I said, you might contaminate your room, but you wouldn't contaminate any air that goes into your room, into the rest of the building.
you can't catch COVID outdoors unless you like spit in someone's fucking face.
The fuck does
Yeah,
COVID have to do with it?
So,
because
LDG,
we're
are
talking
you-
about the masks.
now, LDG, we do not have filters from room to room. You know how
Yes, we
expensive that
do.
would be.
You know,
I
there
don't-
are filters above every
find-
seat
okay,
on
wait a
every
second, wait a
airplane,
second.
and you can still catch anything from the person sitting next to you. So what you're saying is just nuts.
They have filters for every single room. Like in expensive, I don't want to hear expensive. If you can afford it, then don't do it. We're past that point right now.
What,
We've
live
got
indoors?
billion-dollar
Like,
companies that can
We should
afford
build
to
a
do this shit.
teepee.
Afford to do things properly and correctly. For Pete's sakes, like it's getting an old story right now. Yeah, we're not in the 1950s anymore. Hello.
Drew has a good idea for you. Get in your spacesuit, LDG. Wear that everywhere.
That's another. I would love to do that. That's a great idea. Fuck yeah. See, this is the kind of talk that we
Guys,
need to have
when
to
they
have to
come
have.
out with a chip that goes into your brain that upgrades you, and that people are saying it's very, very unsafe, don't try it. LDG will already have had one for like 3 months, so you're wasting your breath. He's a great guy, I love him, but not exactly open to outside thoughts.
He's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
guy trying to bring about Skynet.
Yeah, and if there's a synthetic body with a synthetic brain that wants a human consciousness, LDG will be the first to be the tester.
LDG and LGG alone admires Robo Picard. That's his ultimate dream.
I'm just tired of us not
let's not
doing
go
the
that
right
far.
thing.
I mean, you're not wrong about the HEPA filter thing, but you know, the technology didn't exist when most buildings were built. Newer buildings have something like it. You know, you're just going to have to deal
Yeah,
with
it's
it.
called a hole in a wall with a filter and a fan.
Newer buildings do have
High tech.
You're talking nuts because once you're in a room with people, like, what are you going to do? Have everyone put on a mask so that they breathe into the into the carbon like breakdown chamber where it gets like is everyone going to exhale into the
this is what
HEPA
I'm
filter?
talking about. This is the kind
So
of
when
thing
you're in
that
a
you
room
guys-
with other people,
you don't think they have these buildings that are billions of dollars, and they can even have it so even if you open up a
it's not going
goddamn
to cure the
fucking
person
window,
standing next to you who has
do
a
me
cold
a
who's going
favor
to give it
and
to
listen
you.
to the English before you talk about it. Shut up. You can literally have a building where you can open up a fucking window and the air from the outside is still inside because you have an outer wall. You can open up a window, fine, but it doesn't have to be a window that opens up to the outside.
I listened to those words and they made absolutely no fucking sense.
Okay, so let's think of it this way. You got a motherfucking building, and in that building is surrounded by an actual glass structure. So if you open up the fucking window, you get the air that's coming from the inside that's still filtered instead of straight from the outside.
So you want a building around your building?
Yes. No, I want the
Okay.
building to be part of that. Not a building in a building, but I guess that's one.
You
stupid
want
way of saying it.
double-hulled buildings, like, so to speak.
Well, that's called a
And
sealed
not
lab.
only
Okay,
that-
I was trying to quit smoking, but then I was trying to quit smoking, but I give up.
Yeah, it makes you wish that I smoked so I might understand what he just said.
I don't know.
I
why
smoked
you
for like
wanna
40
open a
years
window
and
in
I
the
have no
first
clue
place.
what he's talking
Like,
about.
what the fuck? Why would you want to be on a 40-story high rise and actually want to
What?
open up a window in the first place?
You can't?
To get fucking fresh air in the room.
What is
But you
fresh
can't?
air? What is fresh air? What dignifies fresh and not fresh air? The air you fucking breathe is fresh.
I'll give you
It's
an
always
example.
fresh.
You go
Is
to
it stale
Detroit.
air? Is it old air? Is it fucking decaying air? But what is fucking fresh air?
So if we ever
Okay, I
live
should show
in
up for
the
this shit.
television show The Dome, LDG will volunteer you to be the first contestant.
This is like the Simpsons
What
movie.
is fresh air?
Fresh air is non-polluted air with very little pollution
It's
in it.
the same air. It's not fresher than any other freshness of the fresh. It's the same fucking air. What's
Go to
fresh about it?
Beijing
Fresh-
and tell me
Okay,
they have
you
fresh
realize
air.
when you talk about fresh food, that only means it's not frozen. I don't think there's frozen air anywhere, dude. Are you breathing frozen
You
air?
know,
Okay,
I can
hey,
give
T,
you an
I got this.
example. How about this
You
one?
know.
Okay, go ahead,
T,
Gorilla.
I got this one. He said something about frozen air. Obviously, he's never been a fucking north because we'll give you fucking frozen air. Come to Minnesota, but here's the thing. You want difference between like fresh air and stale air? Well, we'll lock you in a room with like 4 other guys after eating a bunch of Taco Bell for a couple hours. Then we'll open up a window. You'll understand fresh air.
Like
Yeah,
I
take a
said,
bus down.
your air
Take a bus
conditioning-
take
your
the
air
bus from Orlando to Miami, and you'll understand what stale air is.
Bro,
You know,
I'm not going to
in
sit
my
here and think
town,
that
they
you're all
crashed a
idiots
bu-
right now. You have your air processing unit in the building, which
So,
should convert it
like,
into
when
whatever you
I-
call fresh air. Like,
So let me ask you
if you're
this,
if you're in a room with Taco Bell eaters with locked doors and no ventilation, that's your fucking fault.
So let me ask you this: like when 19 assholes flew planes into buildings in my city, and I had to use Windex to scrape human beings off the outside of my windows, and it smelled like shit for 2 years. Was the air fresh?
The fuck you talking about?
fucking reality, something that happened. They burned down 2 huge buildings in part of downtown Manhattan in 2001. The entire city was, you were coughing up black shit if you were there for an hour, like for weeks. And it smelled like a human fucking barbecue for a year. The fire flared up for 4 months because of the jet fuel and the pockets and everything like that. And when you wiped your windows off,
What the
you were
fuck are you
wiping off
talking about,
9/11.
dude? Bro,
You know what?
all
Forget
of
it.
this shit.
You know what,
You
LDG? It didn't
all
happen.
of
You
this.
you think 9/11 was probably a simulation anyway,
No, you
so
think
forget
humans
it.
are idiots. You don't think you can fix that shit inside of a
I
building?
think I
Come on,
lived
you
through
fucking
it.
kidding me?
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
it's
you
called
lived through
closing
it
the
because you-
window, LDG. You close the
Oh,
window
dude,
to keep
dude,
out the
dude,
stale
it's
air.
fucking science, bro. It's fucking science, bro. Science, not
How many
imaginary
times have we had to
bullshit.
sit down and talk
Fix
about
your
your
fucking air conditioning? Fix your
How
ventilation.
many times have
fix
we
your
had to spend
filtering,
2 hours
get the
explaining
shit
that you
straight.
just said the opposite of what you meant, and that sometimes
Dude,
the
no, what
meanings
you,
of
no,
words
you
is very
perceive
difficult
the
for
opposite
you?
of what I meant.
No, we had
Just
like a
fucking
2-hour
English. Stop
conversation,
thinking
and at
English
the end of
means
it, you
words,
admitted
okay?
that
You need to freaking understand what someone is actually trying to
you
say.
told me
instead
that
of
you
holding them
usually
on how you perceive what the fuck they said. Okay, we can fix the
Wait.
air quality in every fucking building.
How else am I
Period.
supposed to? How else does anyone respond than what they perceive from what someone says? Guys, do you ask someone else
No,
what the
you're
person said
absolutely
before
correct.
you respond,
Problem is
or
the
do you
missing
use
part
your
of
own
your-
perceptions? Am I alone
the
here?
missing part of
I
your
alone use my own
personality
agency to
is
respond.
that all you do is that you don't actually try to bridge the gap. Try to understand. Ask intelligent
What?
questions.
You just said the
You
most
get
insanely
to what they're
disprovable
fucking saying.
thing ever, and you're going to
What
the
was
mat
it?
about it, and I just said, I
What was-
can't tell you nothing, so what am I doing wrong?
What was it? I said the most intelligent thing. What was it?
I didn't say you said anything intelligent. You said
Exactly.
most
You can't say it.
absolutely disprovable stuff.
Oh God.
That there's no such thing as fresh air, and then you dared us to define it, and then you defined like non-fresh air,
Fresh means
seemingly answering your own
What's the
question.
definition. You want words to mean things. Fresh means not frozen. Fresh food is not frozen food. It doesn't mean
Unless,
recently
well,
killed.
what about fresh blood then?
when it was
What about
alive.
fresh blood? What about fresh water? If I melt ice, is it not fresh?
You know, it occurs to me that with this conversation, the federal government can divert mental health resources to this channel. Because if it wasn't for this channel, this would be taking place on the streets of either New York or Orlando.
Well, that's both. Yeah, it's basically New York too. But yeah,
Yeah, he's right about that. Yeah, I would probably recommend, like, if I lived in Florida, yeah, I would want Orlando to have a biodome. It is the most
that's what I'm
humid
saying,
place
right?
in the world. But the thing is, you have to realize you live in a town that is more uncomfortable in August than Riyadh, than Kuwait City. It is the hottest, most uncomfortable place in the world. 110 real feel every day for 4 straight weeks. Or 4 straight months, I'm sorry.
You're
Incredibly
outside
stable.
Humid. You're outside in the humid, hot ass air, and you walk into a building that's nicely fresh, filtered, and AC'd. Which one's actually fresh? The outside air that can.
What if you catch Legionnaire's disease there?
Or the
Hi
one
there,
in the
Trek
inside?
Reviewer.
People could catch Legionella from the air conditioning, so you tell me.
Welcome to the
It's-
open room at the asylum, Trek Reviewer.
Hey, Trek Reviewer. Now, LDG, obviously, you live in a climate where there sucks it there, but like in the springtime, I love opening up my windows and getting a nice breeze in there, and it refreshes the stale hair that's been in the house for 4 months there from the winter.
It's about to be really nice where LDG lives for about 4 or 5 months. It's going to be really, really nice there, and then it's going to be horrible again.
5 fucking days, dude.
I lived in Orlando for a couple of years, but you might be closer to
You
the truth
know what
than
I'm
me.
fucking
Yeah,
talking about.
Let's be fair.
you have a very
for you
you have a
people
very
is
brief window
what?
of nice weather. It's from about Thanksgiving to about St. Patrick's Day. Then it starts getting horrible again.
Not even St. Patrick's Day. More like fucking before Valentine's Day.
Hey, you live on the East Coast. Both of your climates are complete shit. If you live east of the Appalachia, you live in freaking hell.
Fact of the matter
The rest
is,
of the country, we have nice, normal weather, nice, clean air. You live in smog, you live in swamps, you live in where people should not be.
I got to be honest, the worst place I lived as far as weather was honestly Orlando. It was really hot. It was really humid. You have 4 months of real feel at 110 degrees every day. You don't come out the other end of that okay. Like, it takes a physical toll. It takes years off your life. It will mess you up. You've seen me. You've seen pictures of me. I was 210 pounds in Florida from all the water I had to drink. I weigh 150 naturally. After a year, I put on that much weight. I had a 36-inch
pretend
waist.
New York's any better. It's just
weather-wise, it's fun. Weather-wise, New York has the best weather on the East Coast or maybe in America. Otherwise, explain to me why the rich people from everywhere else buy a house here and drive up the rent. We honestly have there's only 1 month of horrible weather. Dude, there's the real estate is linked to the climate. There's only 1 or 2 months of really horrible weather.
No.
And for 8 straight years, we didn't have snow.
Your real estate is linked to the economy, which is changing because Wall Street in the next 6 years is relocating.
Yeah. Hey, Teague, if everybody wants to live in New York, how come if you look at a realtor's map right now,
Beijing, yeah.
Yeah. Now, Teague, now, New York is so desirable to live in. How come your realtor's maps right now look more crowded than the shit map in San Francisco?
Because criminals from the Midwest and South and East Coast and West Coast come to New York to try to con people.
No, they're fucking leaving. They're fucking leaving.
Dude, let them leave. They're producing so many people. The population of New York is still stable. Yeah, we're producing more people than can live here. There's only like 54,000 square miles in a country of how many hundreds of millions? Of course there's people leaving. Of course there are. Hey, what's up, Lemon?
Yeah, hey, Scurry.
People are always going to leave New York. There's always going to be more people here than there are places for them to live.
Yes, but you need to look at who's replacing those people. They're not
the children of the people who did the children of the people who lived here already who felt like having a job and didn't want to be meth heads in fucking Georgia.
Because it's getting less and less of those and more of we want some Dominicans here, we want some Haitians here, we want some everyone that we can cram in who's gonna not actually be productive members of society and just make claims on welfare.
That's only just so true, and as true in every other city as it is in this one. Let's remember, we only produced the MAGA movement and the National Rifle Association. New York has a long history of being normal. This bullshit that people want to say that New York is some sort of crazy place. The mayor and Trump are great friends. We have a MAGA socialist mayor. You name me another town that has that.
Seattle. We have a populist socialist as a mayor.
We have a MAGA socialist.
He is not MAGA.
Who's this? Who did he just have lunch with and spend 2 days talking great about? Who says he's a great guy now? If they're not friends, why did Trump say he's a great guy? Why did he say he's going to do great things in New York?
Because probably Matt Downey was begging for the federal money that Trump threatened to withdraw from New York. That's probably why. And he was kissing Trump's ass so damn hard. And Trump feels proud about squeezing him and Downey saying, follow the rules or I will give you the damn money.
Okay, sure. That's exactly what happened. He didn't. Right.
I should point out that Teague is very, very sane and very, very calm by the standards of the city of New York.
That's probably true. I'm pretty normal for here.
Yeah, we have to emphasize by New York standards.
The thing is that you know the people who want to trash New York, what's think about this for a second. New York's a bunch of low-life liberals. Columbia protests. Look at these rich scumbags. Columbia graduation canceled because out-of-town foreigners camp on campus. No New Yorkers were arrested. No Columbia students were arrested. And very few American citizens were arrested at that.
Hey, T,
it's a
that's
magnet.
40% of your entire city now.
They weren't students and they weren't Americans. And that's not 40% of my city. Give me a break. I live here. I see it. Maybe
Yeah, and just
it could be
look around
20%.
and see how many people are actually from there and not speaking with some type of accent.
The lady across the hall has only ever lived here and can't speak English. I don't know what the deal is with that one. There's a lot of people who just don't speak English.
What German's trying to say is that New York is now an international city, not an full-on American city anymore.
Well, I mean, we're on our 5th government, right? This is the 5th different country we've been a part of. You know, when if America doesn't make it, we'll start our own country, or we'll straighten out Canada.
Or better yet, just cut off New York City from the rest of New York State. Then New York City can be its own state.
Yeah, we can turn it into a
very quickly
open air prison.
But okay.
Actually,
I mean, that was a great movie.
We'll turn it into Escape from New York, and then we'll sell pay-per-view buys.
One of my favorite things is like the New York hate and how people want to like, you know, they feel like I am like the goodwill ambassador for the city of New York. It's like, I am not here to sell people common sense. I can't tell some igloo dwelling communist up in fucking Alberta 2 weeks before the election that it hasn't happened yet, while they're saying that Mam Dabby is a communist and every single person from New York is a woke retard. Spell the word retard right when you call people that, but every single person from New York is a woke retard. Where'd the MAGA movement start? So that person just called the president a woke retard.
It started in Mar-a-Lago, Florida.
It started in New York City. Where's Trump from? He's from New York. Where did he spend most of his time? He still spends most of his time here.
Before he was in government, he's spending 10 months out of the year in Mar-a-Lago.
I have an address in Florida, too, in case I need to go bankrupt and want to fuck everyone over. Everyone in New York has that hack. I can't be held liable for my debts, and neither can he. That's why he has Florida real estate. He'll just say that he lives in Florida and he's not going to pay you. And that's the right of every Floridian. You don't have to pay your debts if you live there. You can get a credit card, charge it up, and keep the money and say, fuck you to the credit card company. There's nothing. I have to aim my comments at someone. PvP isn't here. Can I finish? Like, I don't know what the deal is, but there's 3 states that have this thing called, like, a homestead law where you're allowed to bounce checks, you're allowed to commit fraud. The only thing you're not allowed to do is forgery for some reason. But they're tough states to live in because you can be evicted in about, I believe it's 40 days from the last payment of rent, so 10 days in Florida. Pennsylvania and Texas all have the go ahead and bounce a check, and you're allowed to commit fraud against out-of-state businesses, just not in-state ones in those states.
Those would fall under federal law.
They don't. It's a state law saying that you cannot attach my property or my wages in my state if I don't pay my bills. Maybe if I'm an FBI agent and I move to Florida, you could get me, but...
You could go to prison for doing that.
Phil Esposito, the hockey player, differs. He did it. That's how Trump got out of bankruptcy, too. Read Art of the Comeback. He talks all about the Florida real estate laws.
Germ,
Phil Esposito went to prison for 4 years.
Who? Yeah, but I mean, that's before he moved to Florida. Then it was okay. And I think, remember, Esposito went to prison on the second bankruptcy inside 7 years. So that's fraud, criminal all the way. You can't extend your bankruptcy once you declare. Right? Didn't he go to jail for extending the bankruptcy? Like he tried to sweep stuff back? I wouldn't do it. Your credit rating still goes down, but yeah, you can like writing a bad check down there for whatever reason. It won't stick.
Writing a bad check in Florida is a crime.
Yes, but it's not a big one, and it's not arrestable. It's like a fine. It's a small fine.
It's only arrestable if you get caught.
They have to want to come find you, but no, I mean, like, you could drive a car off the lot and you're not online. You're not on you didn't commit fraud by writing the bad check, but like you're on the line for the devaluation of the car. But hey, you already live in Florida, so they can't attach your wages. They can't put a lien on your home, and they, that's it. That's the end.
Yeah. Yeah. Welcome, Buddy Hepburn.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Buddy, I took your advice. I made the "It's a Wonderful Life" video.
Yeah. And hey,
Well, I'm
Oliver,
up
how's
to
it going?
speed on banking fraud. I mean, I can't convince people that the election happened last week. There are people celebrating in August that Mamdani won. That's the level of vitriol and ignorance that the New York has to deal with. So,
Teague, writing a check for more than $150 is considered a felony of 5 years in prison and up to $5,000 fine in Florida.
since when? It's about time they got that together. However, if you buy a car and trash it, you're not financially liable for that. I don't think they can get you financially. I mean, like, you technically owe the money, but they can't enforce it. Why do you think the population of Florida swells every time the economy tanks out? You cannot have your wages attached and you can't have your property taken away. It was the fastest growing state during COVID. It was the fastest growing state during the tech wreck.
Well, it is a better state because if you're going to go bankrupt, you might as well be in a nice, sunny location.
If you are 20 miles from the coast somewhere in Florida, it's fine. If you are in Central Florida, dude, oh my God. My God. LDG? Did you hack your way through the air with a knife or what?
I'm sorry. What's the question?
Oh, holy shit, I don't know.
How bad is the humidity there? In New York, you can be the attorney
Well, it's not
general.
that
Say
bad
you're
right
going to
now.
put a president in jail, make false charges, then do worse fraud than you falsely accuse them of. They just beat that one. Not that I have any faith in, like, I do not think that our justice system functions, but Letitia James
it doesn't
just got
function.
but I think Letitia James just got cleared on that. I mean, I'm not saying that means she didn't do it, but that something happened with that yesterday. It is a very strange place. Yes,
She campaigned on it. I'm putting
up,
it in
Boiler
the
Grant?
jail. She campaigned on
putting who? What? You cut off.
Letitia James campaigned on putting Trump in jail.
She did. It was a stupid thing to do. And then she wasted a lot of money chasing after him. If she had campaigned on justice and being a good DA, well, then if he had been guilty of something, they would have probably found it. But instead, they were ordered to go find him guilty, so they went like water, the lowest possible route, and it was low, and it didn't work out, and it was fucking tossed out of jail. So, we're no more flawed than tossed out of court. We're no more flawed than any other state. At least we got the right outcome.
And Bird has it right. The reason the state swole during COVID because Florida wasn't requiring masks and locking people in their homes.
What about the other economic meltdown in 1997 and the one in 2002?
That affected everybody.
How come the population of Florida grew?
Old people.
It's because you don't have to pay your bills there.
You have to pay your bills there.
When I worked as a bill collector and they said, don't bother calling Texas, Pennsylvania, or Texas, and We didn't.
That might have been a while ago, but that's not the way it is now.
I did it for about 5 years, and it sucked. I
Yeah,
only,
not the way it is
unfortunately, did
now.
Well,
Yep,
good. Do you really think that that's true?
I
Really?
just had my entire $2,800 refund rejected by the IRS. So yeah,
That's
it definitely
that's the
fucked me up.
feds. That's the feds.
Hey, Captain.
That's
Hey.
paying taxes.
You don't have state
Welcome to
income
this
tax. They
island,
can't
Captain.
withold
You don't
what
have
they don't
state
take.
income tax, but they
Right.
can't.
You
take
you
everything with
cannot
your house.
they cannot withhold what they didn't take. Your house, you have a homestead
They
law.
take my
Your house
fucking
cannot
refund.
have. They cannot put a lien on your house. The federal government is different. There's federal supremacy.
There's property
Dude,
tax.
it's not
There's sales
different if
tax.
it's linked in.
There is
It's like
100
make
other taxes
everybody
in
harder.
Florida.
It's
Sales
worse.
tax.
Right, but if I don't pay you personally, you can't lien my assets in Texas,
Yes,
Florida,
you
or
can lien your
Pennsylvania.
income.
No, you can't.
Yes, you can. I just fucking had
Link.
it happen to me.
The federal government did that to you. Only
Dude,
they can
you
do
are
it.
fucking crazy.
In
Shut
a
the
world of
fuck up.
300 million people who can sue
Country.
you, only one of
You're a
them can.
third-party
You're
company.
immune.
Bro, please shut the fuck up. It was a
No, you're out of your mind. The federal
It was
government can,
the
of course, take
government
things
collected
away.
money for a third party.
We're talking about private debt. You're
Not the
conflating two
government,
different
not the
things.
fucking government. I don't owe.
You said it was
taxes.
your
It was
tax
some
return.
bullshit. Yes, which is being garnished now, or whatever the fuck you want to call it,
By
by
who?
the fucking company through the government. What the fuck are you talking about?
Wait, so the government's taking your money and they sent a
The
private
government is
company to do it with a
goddamn
warrant
money
from them
into
because you
another
took the
company,
government's
yes.
money. You should probably pay your taxes.
I paid my fucking taxes.
Yeah, old man.
Is that
Bird
what it
has,
is? Okay. Yeah,
yeah.
I knew something happened in the last couple of days. Look, if you're looking for her to get in trouble for it in New York, I just kind of doubt it. People here had an appetite for it. Mom Dami wasn't going to win that election until Trump promised to throw him in jail, and then his popularity swelled. It was like a dare me thing, and most people thought they were throwing him to the wolves, from what I understand. I mean, and it wasn't a tub thumping like I thought. He got 50.1%, but if idiot Sliwa had dropped out of the race, Cuomo would have won. Not that anyone wanted him either.
So you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Once again, $0. In GTA 5,
We're getting a commercial in someone's background.
Yeah, but I think that's Captain.
We
Or,
mute
yeah,
it.
it's Captain Phantom Nerds.
You don't have to mute yourself, Captain Finney. You can
Oh.
try to mute your TV in the background if
You
you're
just
able
call
to.
Captain Phantom Nerd, Captain Finity.
He's fandom nerd, not finity. One
Yeah,
is a
exactly.
great guy. The other one is a piece of
Yeah,
shit stuck in a time travel conspiracy.
We had this discussion last week with Germ. New York pays out more than we get back. We're most likely paying you, unless you live in
Hey,
maybe
Captain
Cali.
Fandom.
Your state gets money from us. We get back like 3 cents on the dollar or something.
How you
We
doing,
verified
Captain
this a couple of times.
Yeah, well, I do have a somewhat theory. The larger states that pay the most tax probably help out the less income states, or the ones that can't pay very much of their
Taxes
bills or
don't
assets.
fucking matter.
Right. It's the private debts. You can't just not pay the federal government. Ask, fucking Wesley Snipes what happens when you don't do that.
And he fled the country for that.
Hey, Captain Fandom, how you doing, buddy?
Doing good.
Good to hear you.
Hey, Captain, how are you doing? You're doing well.
Yeah, long time no see, Captain.
Yep.
So there's an admiral and a captain on deck. I take an admiral. Take still outranks him.
Yep.
Well, I am a Sith Lord, so do I outrank Teague as well?
I outrank everybody because my name comes first on the YouTube feed because it's alphabetical.
because you
That's why I'm an
identify-
admiral, not a captain.
Yeah.
I'm being
I
honest.
ordered to K outrank all of you.
I just come first in the alphabet. No one's gonna unless you go on there and turn your name into like AAA captain or something. I'm gonna outrank every captain and everybody else on YouTube. My name comes in the top of the feed. That's why I went for it.
You do know the page is dead, right?
What?
There's no more.
I
There's
know
no
the
more.
alphabet's going to be a
That-
thing
that
for a
whole-
long time
That
after
whole
we're dead.
alphabet, yeah, that whole alphabet thing where you have AA instead of AD doesn't work anymore.
I don't know what the
It's
fuck
been
you're
dead for
talking
like
about.
10
It
years.
never worked. It never worked.
It worked in the yellow pages. Are you fucking stupid?
Well, we haven't had the yellow pages.
You've been hanging out with
probably
British
since
people
Dan's
too much because you
lifetime.
don't know how American works anymore. A is the
Bro,
beginning letter of the
nice.
language.
The
The only letters that come before D are A, B,
Why
and
do you
C.
think AAA was so famous? Because they were goddamn triple fucking A.
No, they were famous on their own. Triple A is something people put
No,
in front
they
of their
weren't.
business
They were
name.
the
So
same
that
old bullshit from everybody
Triple
else.
A
That
is
was
something.
bullshit that just
Triple
shows
A
AAA
plumbing
in
is
the
not
phone book.
related to the Automobile Association
Dude,
of
if you watch
America.
any goddamn
People
movie
put
that has any
Triple A in
historical
front of their
value
name.
in the 80s, 70s, and 90s, you realize that everybody had an A.
Why are you shouting?
It was called Apple.
Seriously,
Oh, Apple.
Health and Human Services, cut me a check for
Apple.
keeping them here and not on the streets.
Apple came before Atari. Do you not know this? Everybody
Because
chose
P
the A
comes
fucking
before
word.
T. Yeah, if someone's name is Aaron with
Oh,
two
my
A's,
head.
they will Look, man, you're the only person I know who will litigate the alphabet and say it's not a thing.
I'm telling you, it doesn't matter anymore. It mattered
You never met
before.
my wife.
Doesn't matter now if you're fucking AA Zipperoonie.
Did it matter when I did it? It mattered when I did it. And if it's changed, I
It
ain't
mattered
noticed
to
that.
somebody.
Yep. Well, no, for the longest time it was alphabetical. Last time I looked, it was still coming up alphabetical too. Although the new thing is, if
I haven't
you're
had a-
live,
Chat come up.
sorry,
I
I'm
haven't
just
had
going
any
through some
search
shit,
come
so I'm
up
trying to have some fun
alphabetical
here.
in over 10 years.
this is what I'm talking about. On your
Yeah.
YouTube, when you're looking at one of the different home pages, if you look down the side where it says who's live, it just has like the red light next to them. That is in alphabetical order.
Good.
Because I will come on. My name is always on above it.
That is
All
not
right, all right.
in alphabetical order. Look at it right now. It is by the
box
most
on the
recent
left?
time you watch that. No, it's by popularity. If you watch somebody more than somebody else, they float to the top. It's not alphabetical order.
Yeah,
So,
I watch your channel more than pretty much anyone else's. Yours and Gorilla's. You are nowhere near the top of that list. Either of
When
you.
I go look, when I go live, my name doesn't show
All
up on the
right, all right.
top, on the side, not on the tiles, on the
Wait,
side
what?
where it has all the names
on
for
the
people.
side where it
who
has
are
all the
live.
names.
Right.
The two of you are buried
The
in the
red
middle
dot.
of the list.
That's
It's
weird.
alphabetical now.
It hasn't ever been alphabetical.
What? It's always been? Or what'd you
Here,
say?
I'll pull it up here just a sec.
You know what? What
You can
difference
look
does
at
it
it
make?
right now.
There's too
If
many
you just look it
captains
up,
anyway,
just-
and I'm the only admiral, so like that works good for me.
Well, we'll be careful. Take just don't anger me too much. If not, I may choke you out just like Vader did with Admiral Oswald, please.
At this point, I would pay you to do it.
No, it's not alphabetical.
Hey,
I got
no
bird
fetishes on
pride.
stream.
No, it's not
No,
alphabetical. I got bird, box, house, the nursery, the nanny, and delivered. It's not in alphabetical order.
All right, just
It's by
a sec.
who
Here,
I
I'll-
watch the
here.
most.
Well,
All right, and
I'm looking at it right now. Like anybody can look at it right now. It's not in alphabetical
Get this.
order.
It used
Well-
to be.
Well, LDG, it's probably not. The list probably goes by
There.
most recent activity, or
It used to be,
Yes,
and
goes
besides,
by
there's
different-
too many.
Yeah, like 10
There are-
years ago used to be.
No, well, not that long ago. And here's
Yeah.
the point. And
No, it was like more than
there
5
are-
years ago.
all right.
I do this.
you
for a
don't have to
goddamn
shout.
living.
I can totally hear you.
All
You
right.
know,
I'm
here's the
sorry.
thing though. There's too many captains.
Yeah.
Gorilla, go ahead.
Not that any of this matters anyway. But go ahead.
Gorilla, are you there?
We lost Gorilla.
All right. I'm looking at it.
What's weird is I look at it now. It is roughly alphabetical.
That there's
You can't have roughly. It's either alphabetical or not alphabetical.
Don't make me mute you guys again. Gorilla, talk.
Can't you hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you right now. Go ahead and talk. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. We lost Gorilla. Yeah, well, I'm going off of Teague and LDG's theory here, but if I had to guess, the channel list you have through your main YouTube channel probably goes to the most recent activity of the channel is your sub to. Like if my channel, or like if you always watch my channel first, my channel probably pops up a lot on my most recent uploads probably.
Yeah, and like the new thing it does is if you go into your search bar if you start the search, like if you hit like enter, the defaults that come up, it'll be in order of people who have stuff coming up too. Like people that you watch, it'll reprioritize them. Like when Germ is live and I'm going to go to his channel, like when I hit the search bar, before I put in any letters, his name is always at the top.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
We can hear you now, Gorilla.
Yep.
Okay. So I'm going to share my screen here. This is I just refreshed it here. This is my home page here. Over here, everything is alphabetical order. Live's at top, and that's an alphabetical.
Yeah, LDG doesn't like to hear stuff like it might depend on what operating system you have, or maybe it's different on your phone.
No, it might be coincidentally in alphabetical order, but it's not in alphabetical order on my screen, and I can share that screen.
Yeah, no, but but when you're on your phone, if you're just looking at the list of videos in your subscription feed, I don't know the order of that, but you click see all channels, it goes right to alphabetical order.
That's why I went with Admiral. However, everyone in the world named Aaron will beat me because that's 2 A's in a row. Hard to beat Aaron.
Pronouncing it wrong. It's Aaron.
Well, Teague, and if you want to beat that name, just do A Admiral.
The three biggest reasons for Admiral were: one, there are just too many captains. There were too many captains. Two, there was someone who was a captain that I fucking hated with like the core of my soul. And three, A is further up in the alphabet and made logical sense to use. Besides, I'm too old to be a captain. I should be an admiral by now.
How about Grand Admiral instead?
That's more Star Warsy. I would be Rear Admiral lower half first. I think that sounds really dirty and funny.
Well, there's also Fleet Admiral.
That's not dirty as Rear Admiral lower half. That's just hilarious. That's the replacement rank for Commodore in the U.S. Navy.
Yeah, well, when you're Rear Admiral, you do love to put it up other captains' behinds, don't you?
I guess some sailors are good.
Well, he is an asshole.
I am trying to keep it YouTube clean and friendly here on Germ's channel right now.
Ah, fuck that. We're more than 5 minutes in. We're in the tour.
Hey, sit down. When have we ever kept it clean? Have you heard half the shit that comes out of my mouth?
It's the battle of Gettysburg. There's dead bodies all around, and Germ's like, maybe there's time to talk. I'm sorry, Dan's like, maybe we can all talk this out. Man, you're the best.
I gave up on clean the second I had both Teague and LDG up here.
I haven't sworn that much, honestly.
Yeah, and I haven't speaking too much since Teague and LDG have been going at it, but I haven't eaten a lot of popcorn, though. Saying, okay,
what's weird is LDG gets really histrionic and then ends up at the same point that I pointed out in the first place. Like, you don't have to pay your private debts. It's like, the federal government's taking my money. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what I'm saying. You don't have to pay your private debts. But the feds, they took my money. It's like, yeah, well, they're not a private organization.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. You're eating popcorn, Cynthia? As soon as they started going at it, I just started fucking drinking.
I don't think Dan's old enough to drink yet.
I am old enough to drink, but I don't drink very often.
That's smart. Drinking is like, I have a saying. It goes like this: you booze, you lose.
You know, well, my drink is actually soda. It's actually worse than liquor, probably.
It
Yeah,
can be.
one
You only
destroys
want to
your
have
liver,
one or
one
two.
destroy your kidney.
You only want to have one or two of those a day, tops. Take it really easy. I talked to this guy named Germ who told me some stuff that made me stop drinking soda like a couple of days a week just to give my liver and kidneys a break.
Yeah,
Yeah, you don't
fuck that.
end up
Cancer
like
can
me.
get me before anything else.
After you told me about your problem, I went and did some AI learning and verified everything you said and made a few changes, actually. Yeah, not going to lie.
Yeah, it may taste good, but that soda pop is bad for you as any Michelob Ultra.
Well,
When Germ told me drinking 2 liters of Coca-Cola a day was bad for you, I had to rethink it. So
well, I will say this:
I stopped.
if you live a very depressed life and you need a drug, for me, it's sugar to compensate for my depression. So, what's the alternative?
It's so weird.
Water
guys.
and God.
Thanks for having me, but I gotta get to some shit here. So take
All
care.
right.
LDG.
All right,
We'll
guys.
see
Thanks
ya.
for
Love you.
stopping by, LDG.
Yeah. Always, man. Take
We'll
care.
email you the singing anime girl.
Yeah, and we will keep your room warm at the asylum too.
Yeah, this is much better than Asylum.
I
I
will
am
say
filling out the paperwork right now to get money for you people.
that. Well, I'm probably the most sane one on the panel right here, right now.
Hey, that. Hey,
I'm
I
fairly
will say
sane. I'm just
LDG
really
is the
poorly
definition of
educated.
hey. Yeah, can you hear me? Here,
Yes.
Yeah.
LDG is the definition of LDG is the definition of mega. Make asylums great again.
You've got you know what your problem is, Gorilla, is that something's going on, maybe with your mic, maybe if you have your DAC, but it's like you're clipping, and then sometimes in the middle of statements you go underwater and inaudible.
Oh, it's,
Yeah, it's
it's
his
this
computer.
fucking computer. My brand new computer took a shit, and I can't get a hold of the fucking company. I'm about ready to start filing complaints.
I'm very sorry. You know, like what I was doing at the end, I had 2 mediocre laptops to stream on rather than one good one, and I would just use StreamYards on one and everything else on the other.
Well, Jerm, I will say this: if this was a real asylum and they're
I
paying you,
got another. I'm gonna try to get my laptop up and going again.
You know what? Getting like maybe a more powerful computer is worth it. Honestly, it's only a little bit more. And if you start making edited content, you really start seeing those subs go up
Hey,
as you learn that stuff.
I did get a more powerful computer. It took a shit on me.
That sucks. But I meant
Hey,
like,
Daniel.
you know, like
ain't that something?
like something.
Daniel.
Hey, Daniel, good to see you. Not what LDG has, but like something like a step closer. Like my computer's kind of high powered.
Well, for me, I have a gaming computer with a tower.
Yeah.
Look,
I have like a editing computer with a tower.
You people are all going the wrong way. I bought a $750 HP laptop in the summer of 2020. I have never had any problems with this thing whatsoever.
Yeah,
All of
mine
you
worked till it died.
have blown out. I had no problems. The fan works perfectly fine. Spend just that medium price point, and you're perfect. And don't be
Yeah,
afraid
no,
to buy HP.
I had an HP laptop, and it lasted from about 2018 till 2 months ago. So yeah, great use out of it. That's 6-7 years. It was my first streaming computer that I streamed on. I did my first year and a half, all my streams from it, and then I had a second laptop, and then when my father died, I inherited a little bit of money, and I got a real computer.
Well, as I was trying to say to Germ, if this is a real asylum and the asylum is watching and kind of get a paycheck, they should charge you. I'd say $50 per patient. And if that were the case each time we're on here, you would make in real money.
Yeah, I got 5 of you, so $250 an hour.
Well, not that crazy.
I am not crazy. I am just poorly educated.
Or better yet, you're ahead of the curve, as a certain clown would say.
I'm a very smart, stupid person. I'll say that right now. Most people are really dumb. I'm only sort of stupid. And I have high competence. Germ, have I ever tried to portray myself as anything but a somewhat capable idiot?
I've never seen you try to portray yourself as anything more than an escaped mental patient.
So right there, competence. I know it. I don't try to fucking play around. I'm an idiot.
Well, take it. Are you dumb enough to play a smart person, or are you smart enough to play a dumb person?
I'm talented enough to do either one, but the one thing I do is I try not to tell people how to live, or do politics on YouTube, because it's too much to understand and learn, and also the moral implications of telling people how to live and act. Just I can't do it. I can't. It's not for me.
Yeah,
Like, I don't go on the air during big political events. Like, I didn't stream election night. I took the night off. I didn't stream State of the Union. I don't stream the debate. I will guest on other people's shows, but I try to keep it off my channel.
Yeah. Hey,
and everyone can see why.
Hey, Germ, we got a request.
Look, here's the thing.
Fine. Listen,
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm kind of retarded. In that.
At least he.
All right. So Alejandro Jonez and I have like something in common. He's a great YouTuber. He is fantastic at the tube. I don't know where he's platformed now. Does he stream on X? Or does he just have his own Patreon?
He has his own website still, and he is heavy on X.
He'll probably be elected to like some form of office in the next few years. But think about it. When he was broke, where did he move? Texas. Your debts can't be attached by private companies. He has a judgment against him, so he'll probably have to pay. But it'll be like they can't take his house.
No, they took his company.
Companies exist across state lines. If he reincorporates in Texas, he can have a company.
Tell me, if you're talking about Alex Jones, did they try to sue him for $1 billion?
He lost that. He was guilty. He was culpable, or whatever the word is, in civil court.
He got sued for defamation against the Sandy Hook families. Therefore, they found 24 minutes out of 15 years of content there, and the judge ruled that he owed more money to the families there than the GDP of France.
Let me ask you this: was it worth talking about it for 15 years, though? Was it seemly? Was it a cool conversation?
They only got 24 minutes, and I'm pretty sure everything was clipped out of context. What?
Speaking of out of context,
was it an important conversation?
We're going to have to end right now. Unfortunately, we are out of time because we are on a hard deadline for Thisdan's show. So, Thisdan, you want to promote your show coming up?
Sure. To all of you that are watching or know me, don't know me, Sci-Fi Sit-Down, you should cover for sci-fi TV shows or movies. I do talk some political topics with my community members if they will allow it on the stream. And coming up in less than 10 minutes is our live stream of like a TMTV show. It's a time travel TV show. I'm going to start at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, and I do my live streams usually on Saturdays between 2 and 4 p.m. Pacific time. And I try to upload a new video on my main channel towards the end of the previous week and beginning of next week. I do crushing ideas of Resolute Germ and Gorilla's Random Thoughts. And I do have a secondary channel, All Sports Western Death, now when I cover anime and cartoons in general. I do the watch parties on Fridays, 8 p.m. Pacific time after Gwill's Walton streams usually. And I do have a new channel, Sci-Fi Historian. I cover sci-fi franchises and all that that we all love. Beyond that, I have to head on out and set up my live stream. I'll see you there, Germ, in like a few minutes. See you guys later. Nice hanging out with you. Hopefully I did not go too insane on this panel.
You're one of the least insane of the bunch. Captain, do you have anything coming up, or bringing back your morning streams? We'll get back to Captain. Teague, what do you got coming up?
Not too sure. I want everyone to have a good Thanksgiving. I don't see myself on tomorrow night, but if I feel the feeling, maybe I'll go on later. Saturday night, Star Trek starts here with Cold Station, I believe, is the episode of Enterprise. It's Brent Spiner's return as an ancestor of the guy who made Data. He's a real dick. He has some acting range. You'll enjoy it. And my show Saturday at 10 o'clock, we'll review it. So meet us here at 9 p.m. for our trip to the Final Frontier on Saturday. I don't know what else I'm doing. I'm dropping a troll review of the movie It's a Wonderful Life where I expose it as a banking scam. It'll be out probably tomorrow or Friday. I don't know which day to drop it. I have to ask Grok.
Sounds good. Gorilla, what's next?
All right, I will be doing a Thanksgiving stream tomorrow morning. There'll be for a few hours there while my turkey's cooking there, which I'm actually trying new with the turkey with a buttery sherry Cajun mix there. I'm injecting into the turkey because fuck it, I'm going for the cholesterol world record here. But then on Friday there we got the Walt. Hopefully we'll have the Walters review. Germ season 5 of the first few episodes of Stranger Things is dropping for season 5 there if you want to do that sometime there. We're doing a movie on Sunday. I can't remember what it's called. Some old movie that got picked there. We're starting our 6 weeks of Christmas. Then we'll have the Cigar Lounge on Tuesday.
Sounds good. And yeah, Gorilla brought up a good point. Season 5 of Stranger Things, after what was it, 3.5 years, has finally dropped. But
does it take place in an old folks' home? Are they all like 70 now?
I don't think we'll be covering it because a good friend Outlaw Bill is actually doing a live watch party commentary for that.
Yeah, but the thing is there, if my old coworker there is correct there, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed because he predicts that at the end of the season there, it's just gonna be like all a dream and it's gonna go back to season 1 there where they're playing in the basement and everything was made up and 11 doesn't exist there. If they do that, I'm gonna burn the fucking studio to the goddamn ground.
Real quick before we go, Daniel, that's not happening. Legacy's a Kurtzman idea. It's not happening. Captain 7 and co-captain Raffi or whatever. It's not going to happen. They're gone, and it's probably going to be probably Star Trek United has a shot. That one's 50-50 for the small screen component, and they've announced a new movie with new characters. We don't know what time frame it takes place in. And
they don't have a script yet.
They don't have a
script. They have nothing. They have a mandate for the project, but they have literally nothing else.
They have writers, and they said they want to make it Star Trek again, but we don't know shit about the movie. The TV show we know a lot more about. The TV show may or may not happen. It's gone from rumor to promising.
Hey, Kevin.
Hello, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin. Hey, Daniel, you dead named him. It's Outlaw Bill. Hey, he dropped that Jedi there after Disney fucked it all up.
That was one of my first viral videos. That was one of my his meltdown about his name was one of the first videos I had that went 1,000 in under like a day.
Yeah.
Captain, do you have anything coming up?
No, I don't.
Okay.
We all want the Acolyte season 2 for content.
You're going back into your padded room.
Oh my god, the Acolyte Season 1 was the best content ever. Please bring it back. It's so stupid.
We'll be back Saturday for the pre-show watch party. And then Monday, I'm debating Attack of the 50-Foot Woman or Critters. Thanks for being here, everybody. We'll see you again next week for another random Rant Roundtable. Take care.